what's going on, guys? This is Jason with Jadren Aquatics. How is everyone doing today? So I thought I would take you guys around and show you an update on the fish room, see some of the things that I've changed around. My fish room is absolutely ever changing. I can't ever seem to make up my mind exactly what I'm doing. I keep changing tanks around. I got all these plans to build all these other shelves, and then I decided I'm gonna change some things in the shelves that I already have. So I just got a lot of stuff going, and I can't seem to make up my mind exactly what I'm gonna do. But let me give you the good news. So those of you out there who have spouses that aren't into fish like you are, you know how sometimes it can be a battle with them getting more fish tanks, when you spill water, when you use their blender to chop up beef hearts. You know what I'm talking about. They are not too excited about our hobby like we are. So for me, I'm always trying to get my wife involved in the hobby in some way. I'm trying to find some way to get her excited about something. Well, a lot of times when she comes out in the fish room, she'll move over to the shrimp that I have. I got a bunch of Neo Cardinia shrimp, a bunch of different colors, and she loves those things. So that's the angle that I've been trying to go at on shrimp to get her involved. And she has absolutely fallen in love with all the Cardinia shrimp that are out there, with all the beautiful colors. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realize how many colors and how many patterns and stuff that were out there. And it's made me fall absolutely crazy in love with them. So I'm excited at the same time about getting shrimp. And now she's so excited about getting shrimp that she actually started her own YouTube channel called Shrimping with Jen. I'll link that above. That way you guys go over there, show her some love if you haven't already. I know I've seen some of you already over there. She's already put out a couple of videos. But I'm excited that she's excited, because you know what that means whenever your wife gets involved. That means your budget for fish equipment and tanks is going up. So let's go ahead, let's start, and let's look around the room, and let's go over some of the changes that I've got going on right now. So let's talk about the shrimp tanks at first. So again, I've told my wife she can have whatever tanks that she wants. So temporarily, I have given her these 5 tanks right here. She picked up some shrimp from Flip Aquatics. She's got some red King Kongs in here. She's got some black King Kongs in here, which I don't quite see. When you only get like 5 of these things, they're expensive. You don't see them too often in a 10-gallon tank. She got some blue bolts. I see 1 or 2 back there. And in here she got some crystal red shrimp. And then in here she's got some crystal black shrimp. And so again, these are temporary, because what I'm working on right now is, you know, this whole rack system right here is the one that has 36 10-gallon tanks. Okay, and so what I had decided to do is I decided to get rid of all of the 10s and start putting in 40s like you see down here, because I like the way that these 40s display better. I'm not a breeder, so why I have my tanks set up like I'm some kind of breeder, I have no idea. I want to look at my tanks and enjoy my tanks. So that's what I've decided. I've decided that I'm going to, well, first of all, I was going to take all of these 10s down and put 40s up. Well, these 2 40s that you see here, I literally just set these up 2 days ago. These things are brand new. This ugly piece of wood right here is just temporary. These shelves are designed to hold like over 1,000 pounds, but I don't completely trust it. So I made these wooden supports that go in between them. And since I dropped the shelf down, I had to make one that was just temporary. That's what that one is right there, because I need to get all these tanks off of here and then drop this shelf and then drop this shelf also to give the proper room that I need for the 40-gallon tanks. But here's the change that I have now changed my mind, decided to do again. These 3 racks here are these 3 shelves, 18 10-gallon tanks on them. These are the ones I was going to take down, but I have decided that I'm going to turn all 18 of these are basically just guppy tanks right now. I'm going to turn all these into Cardinia tanks. I've already ordered matte and filters for all of them. That's the filter that sits in the very back of the tank, kind of creates a really nice backdrop. So there's some of my guppies I am keeping some of the ones that I really like a lot, you know, like the Super Dragons and the 24 karat golds. Those I'm going to start moving those into some of these 40-gallon tanks that I have set up. I'm keeping most of my Endlers, but I do have quite a few guppies that I am in the midst of getting rid of. As you can see right here, I bought a brand new RODI unit. Whenever you're dealing with Caridina shrimp, that's the type, you've got to start off with RODI water, and then you got to remineralize it. So I had an older one that was kind of had some problems with, so I went ahead and just bought a new one. Got that mounted up there. All the wastewater from that thing actually goes over there into the tote that I have, the 275-gallon tote, the one that provides the entire drip system. And then the good clean water goes in here into this 40-gallon trash can, where I remineralize it and then put it in the tanks. Or I've also got some of it that I'm bottling up so that I have a bunch ready and at hand. And if we come back here to the back, again, this is where the plan is to build all these 20-gallon long racks so that we can look at them. You can see how far I've got on that, none at all, because I've had all these other plans. I do have this one all set up right now. All of these have water in them, except for I need to get this other 29 up here. But I'm going to have all angelfish up there. There's Endlers and there's Plecostomus in every one of these tanks pretty much. I've run out of electricity. Breakers. Both of my breakers almost completely full. So I've got a friend that's coming out here to help me get another plug done here, because as of right now there's only one light on these tanks, so I've got to get that fixed. Again, you can see all the 20-gallon longs that are just dying to get some fish into them. And then these are all the 10 gallons that I've been taking down. I'm just going to hold on to these because I know eventually I want to use them again. Again, the long-term goals is eventually when we move, I want to have a complete fish room that's separate from the house. So I don't plan on getting rid of any tanks whatsoever. Again, we're going with the 40-gallon breeders. We're gonna be setting up quite a few of those. This messy shelf right here, this is one I'm slowly taking down. This one's designed to hold my air conditioner and my heater. I'm gonna take this whole thing down, and I'm going to build another 40-gallon rack like this one and put it right beside that. And then I'll build a shelf on top so that the air conditioner and heater can set on that instead, and that'll get rid of all of the cinder block mess. All these tanks up here are my Neocaridina tanks. I think I'm going to end up moving these guys over here into this whole shrimp rack. These tanks are getting overwhelmed with stuff, and there's just so much plant life in there now that there's not that much water volume anymore because of all the plants. And I think it's cut back on the production of the shrimp that I have. So I may end up taking down this whole cinder block setup here and build more 40-gallon breeders, probably another 3 high like these are. Again, I just love the way that these display, and part of my joy of my fish room is being able to put it on YouTube and to be able to have it set up like this. I think it just looks better for you guys to look at than to look at 10-gallon tanks that are turned sideways. Again, when I first started doing this, my thought process was I want to jam as many tanks as I possibly can into an area. And that's why I did it like this, is because I just kept wanting to get more and more and more and more tanks. And last but not least, one of the things that I'm currently working on is, again, if you guys remember, I live in Texas, so we deal with some pretty extreme heats here. I've known a few guys that do summer tubbing in Texas. So I have a 150-gallon container that I used to use for my water changes that is now empty. So I have officially filled that up with water and put that out in the backyard. So I'll do a video later on that alone and how I'm setting that thing up and what my plans are to try to keep that thing cool during the summer, which is going to be a difficult task. But that I'm really excited about. I don't even know exactly what I'm going to put in it. I may just put just some of the stray guppies that I have. Just make a big giant mutt tank and just let it go with that. Those guys seem to be the most healthy that I have anyway. All right, thanks again, guys, for stopping by. Love each and every one of you. Appreciate you guys. Wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Be sure and leave a comment down below if you got any questions. If you see something that I'm doing and you think, man, I got a great idea for you, Jason, I would love to hear it, because again, I'm constantly changing, so I'm always looking for new ideas on how to do things. Now with the shrimp tank that I'm going to be setting up, I don't really need a drip system on those things, because I'd have to pull the water from a different source, because I can't use my normal drip system because I don't use RO water in that. So I don't know if I'm just going to plug those things or what. I don't know. I'm making it up as I go along as usual, and all of you already know that. So again, be sure to leave a comment down below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, be sure and click that subscribe button. So thanks again, guys, and God bless.